let's have mode of assessment. Ano ba yung mga mode of assessment? So, first we have traditional assessment. Pag sinabi natin traditional assessment, it refers to the standardized testing that uses questions with a limited number of answer choices. So, traditional assessment focus on the paper and pencil test. Ano po ba yung mga paper and pencil test? We have multiple choice, enumeration, basta yung mga nasa test papers na kasama doon sa ating traditional assessment. So far, we are still using traditional assessment kasi gumagamit pa tayo ng mga types of exams until now. So let's have performance assessment, also known the alternative or authentic assessment. So it is a form of testing assessment that requires students to perform task rather than select an answer from a ready-made list. Okay, performance assessment focus on the performance task, or ito yung mga hands-on application of what the students know about the lesson. Diba? The students should perform what they know. Okay? Kaya siya authentic, meaning to say nangyayari sa totoong buhay. Authentic. It can be applied in a real world. We have letter C, portfolio assessment. So, a portfolio assessment can be examination of student-selected samples of work, experience, and documents related to the outcomes being assessed, and it can be addressed and support progress toward achieving academic goals and student efficacy. Okay? In portfolio assessment, this is about paperwork of the students, journals, documentaries, narrative reports, and etc. Yung mga compilations ng quizzes nila, ng mga papels. This is what you call portfolio assessment. So as a teacher, this can be your field study book and the practice teaching book aside from your narrative reports. So, in mode of assessment din, dito yung nasabi ko kanina, yung, ano ba tawag doon? Norm reference assessment and the criterion reference. So, in norm reference assessment, we assess students, di ba? We assess students by being compared to other set of students. Okay po? While yung criterion reference naman, sabi ko nga, the students is being compared to the present standards or set of standards by the use of rubrics. Okay, we also have evaluation here. So, sabi ko nga, if assessment is about process of gathering information, so in evaluation, it is the process of examining performance of the students and comparing and judging its quality. Okay. Kung doon sa assessment, you only gathered information about the students. Here in evaluation, we compare and judge the quality of the information being gathered in assessment. Okay? It is used in determining whether or not the learner has met the objectives of the lesson and extent of the understanding. Okay, dito na yung ginajudge. So, katulad natin, mga judgmental tayo, iba po yung evaluation doon. Okay? So, evaluation is very objective. That is just comparing and judging the quality of the information gathered through the assessment process and tackle whether that learning informations or the quality of learnings being gathered has met the objective sets at the beginning of the lesson. Whether the students understand your discussion, understand the lessons well, and have the mastery of the lessons. We also have test and testing. Kapag sinabi nating test, this is the instrument being designed. Ayan, instrument being designed to measure the quality, ability, skill, or knowledge of the students by giving a set of questions in a uniform manner. Pag sinabing test, this is an instrument. Kapag sinabi namang testing, a method used to measure the level of achievement or performance of the learners, or also refers to the administration, scoring, interpretation of an instrument designed to elicit information about performance in a simple or particular area of behavior. Huwag natin pahabain. Pag sinabi nating test, this is an instrument. Pag sinabing testing, the way of administering the test. Kung paano ibinibigay or ibabahagi yung isang test papers. Kung paano siya pinapakuha sa mga estudyante. Okay, the chief purpose of evaluation is the improvement of individual learner. Okay, yung pinaka-purpose nung evaluation is para malaman yung improvement ng bawat estudyante. Does the student improve at the end of the lessons discussion? Okay? Yun yung pinaka-main purpose ng evaluation. Kasi i-judge na natuto ba talaga yung bata o hindi. Nakapagturo ng maayos yung teacher o hindi. That's the purpose of evaluation. Okay? And other purpose of evaluation is that maintain standards, select students, motivating learning, guide learning, furnish instructions, and appraise educational instrumentalities. Okay? And also, the areas of educational evaluation is that achievement, aptitude, interest, and personality. Yan lang po yung mga kailangan doon. Okay. So, this is an important. The process of evaluation in teaching learning process. So, first, we have setting instructional objectives, determining pupil variables that can affect instruction. Okay, dun muna tayo sa setting of instructional objectives. Again, kapag sinabi ko nga sa inyo, kung gagawa kayo ng instructional objectives, it should be SMART. Okay? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bounded. Okay? So, yan yung mga kailangan nyo na pag gagawa kayo ng instructional objectives. Also, syempre, hindi ka makakagawa ng instructional objectives without your lessons or yung topic na ano ba yung dapat mong ituro. Okay? So, dun ka dapat magbe-base. Hindi ka dapat porket, smart dapat yung objectives. Gawa-gawa ka, halo-halo naman. Okay? You should focus on what? On one lesson or one topic. Okay, next is that determining pupil variables that can affect instruction. Ano ba yung mga variables that can affect instructions? There are lots of variables that can affect because nga every student have different or different to each other. There are unique. Kaya hindi natin masasabi kung ano mga variables na yan. It could be the place, it could be the learning strategies, it could be the teaching strategies of the teacher. Next, we have providing instructional activities that are relevant and necessary to achieve the desired learning outcomes. Okay. So, syempre, gagawa ka ng activities that is relevant to your topic. Ano ba yung mga activities na gusto mong makuha? Okay. It should be linked to your lessons. Hindi pwedeng iba yung activity mo at wala namang kinalaman doon sa ituturo mo. Okay? Your activities, your objectives, your yung objectives, activities, and yung evaluation at the end of the lesson must be connected to each other. Hindi sila magkakakonekta. Next, we have determining the extent to which desired outcomes are achieved. Okay? In determining the extent to which desired outcomes are achieved, na-achieve mo ba kung ano ba yung outcome na gusto mong makuha sa dulo ng lessons? Nakukuha mo pa ba? Okay? Yung tawag dito, yung outcomes ba na gusto mo ay na-achieve doon sa dulo? Yung outcomes ba, natuto ba talaga yung mga estudyante? Did the students get the mastery? And etc. So, again, everything that is yung pababa should be connected to your objectives. Okay? Thank you for listening and God bless.